hard rock is about having the biggest dick. You know, indie rock is more than often about who has the smallest. Hard rock is, you know, almost per default is like pompous and showing off. Whereas indie rock, a really good indie rock record is something that is really not showing off anywhere. It's just someone who's like making sounds, backing out of the studio, not wanting to be there. And everybody buys into it and thinking that that person doesn't want to be known, so we love him, which is obviously a fucking lie, because they always, if you ever, anybody who puts on a guitar and sings into a microphone, they want recognition. I must underline that I like a lot of things from both sides. You know, as they say, it's not the bands, it's just the fans that I don't like. The bands are great. One thing that we have really tried to do on all our records is actually try to keep it short. During the whole CD era, all of a sudden bands thought that, oh, let's make 70 minutes of music. I mean, I'm almost at the point where I would say that even the White Album is not 100% right through and through, and that is fucking Beatles. Believe me, you cannot make 70 minutes of music that is really good. Not everybody's obsessing about us, but the ones that do, I think that partially comes from the fact that they don't know everything about us. That gets their imagination going. I grew up listening to a lot of bands, and there was no internet. You couldn't click on things. You couldn't find that information. You invested yourself into the process in a way that I think that most artists and most bands nowadays don't. They don't challenge the brain at all. And everybody has a public Facebook account, and they have an Instagram and Twitter. You know, as a fan of that, that requires nothing. You can just sit there and just swallow it. Well, all papas are definitely the same sort of breed. They're all that sort of man that you've met at some point. Either he's your father, or he's your grandpa, or he's your friend's father, or he's the owner of the restaurant. The guy who gladly has to, you know, do speeches at weddings, and even maybe 2 speeches, and knows better, and, you know, tries to fuck your wife.
We was in the studio. Our engineer's like, "Yo, I've got a session. You lot are gonna have to leave." So I've gone into Naughty Boy's room.